Hello, and welcome back to Foos Entertainment for my review of Kingsman the Secret Service from 2014, which is a part of the limited edition steelbook collection that I have. It has all three of the Kingsman movies. Of course, we'll be showing the steelbook for this particular film first. Here's the front. Has that iconic double-breasted suit. The back with the iconic gadget umbrella. And of course, a picture of Harry Hart with his spy specs. I love these steelbooks. As a matter of fact, this whole steelbook set is one of my favorite ones out of my collection of limited editions. I have a lot of them, as you can see. All right, we talk about the plot of the film, the world's opinion of the film, my opinion of the film. Talk about how good the audio and video quality of the 4K release is, and give the film a ranking. Eggy, played by Turin Eglin, whose late father secretly worked for a spy organization, lives in a South London housing estate and seems headed for a life behind bars. However, damper agent Harry Hart, Colin Flint, recognizes potential in the youth and recruits him to be a trainee in the Secret Service. Meanwhile, venomous villain Richmond Valentine, Samuel Jackson, launches a diabolical plan to solve the problem of climate change via a worldwide killing spree. All right. The world's opinion. The world's opinion of Kingsman the Secret Service from 2014. This is the one that kind of, in a lot of ways, really brought a lot of people back into the spy films. I know that at the time it doesn't seem like that because you had great Mission Impossible films being released. You had, in a lot of ways, the golden age of James Bond with Daniel Craig era of 007 on the screen, which of course I recently reviewed. But when Kingsman the Secret Service came out, it was like a breath of fresh air. Finally, a spy movie that doesn't take itself seriously. And that's what people said about this movie. They also said that it was a wonderful satire and just beautifully made. And really, this was a very credible spy film when it came out in 2014 that people really got on board with. Now, in my opinion, I absolutely love this movie. Even more so than the other two films. I actually find myself gravitating towards this particular film a whole lot more than the other two. This film you could put in at any random time and you would get just such a fun time out of this film because it's really that good. It does everything that The King's Man from 2022 does, but just so much better, in my opinion. Because when it gets really, really dark in this movie, it gets really gothically dark with some of the dark themes of the film. When you have that lightheadedness and comedy, it really does give you what you're looking for with comedy. It's like that perfect satire and perfect balance of a wonderful dinner when it comes to this movie. It's that good. And launched, in my opinion, one of the best modern action franchises of all time, in my opinion, of the last 20 years with the Kingsman movies. There's something for everybody in these three movies. And yes, there's two more coming. There's The Kingsman 2, and there's a sequel to, of course, a sequel to this. So there will be a second sequel to this particular film as well. Now let's talk about the audio and video quality of the 4K release. This has a very, very good Dolby Vision plus HDR10 presentation of the film. It is almost... I went back and forth before reviewing these films on which one of the first two reviews I was going to do that actually would take the cake on what one that utilizes the HDR or Dolby Vision technologies perfectly in making the movie look that good. And I almost gave it to this one. But The Kingsman was just a little bit better to me. But this one definitely is almost near reference quality in terms of its visuals. I mean, that Dolby Vision and HDR10 really makes all the colors in this movie pop and makes it look really, really crisp and awesome. As for the audio, not so much. There is no Dolby Atmos on this release, just like there isn't on the regular Blu-ray release, which is very, very disappointing considering the fact that the film was actually presented in Dolby Atmos in 2014. Unfortunately, you don't get that. What you get is a 7.1 DTS HD Master Audio sound presentation. But with that said, it's a very, very good DTS HD 7.1 sound presentation. There's a lot going on. This is a very explosive movie. In fact, if you're watching it late at night on a really good sound system, you're going to have to turn it down, or you might have the cops knocking on your door giving you a citation ticket for disturbing the peace, because it can get that loud, despite the fact that it's not Atmos presentation. Now as for the ranking of the film. I give Kingsman the Secret Service from 2014 a solid 4-star ranking. This is a perfect movie to me. This is quite literally a perfect movie, because I can't find anything bad to say about it. I can only rejoice in the fact that I can watch this movie over and over and over again and enjoy it just as much as I did the first time I watched it. And that's definitely a rare occasion you can do something with a film like this. So yeah, it gets a 100% perfect score for me. So yeah, perfect movie, wonderful experience. Check it out. If you find that you want to support physical media, want to support movies being made, buy the movie on physical media. Don't do it on streaming, because you're not supporting the filmmakers if you do that. You're supporting streaming services. And that's all I got to say about Kingsman the Secret Service from 2014. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you on the next one.